Good morning and welcome to the Stock Planner channel. Today I'd like to talk about a stock that you could possibly short with a small account. This video won't tell you everything you need to know about shorting a stock, but it'll show you what I'm thinking about and maybe give you some ideas for you. And also, I think it'll be a great learning experience. If you watch enough videos like this, you'll become a profitable trader. In order to have a profitable system, I believe, you need to know some stocks. You just can't go out and scan or look at the Wall Street bets and get the latest flavor from there. You have to have a list of stocks to trade that you know and like. You must have a simple strategy. A lot of people use RSI and MACD. I use a combination. And you must have some trade management. When I'm doing a short-term trade, I try to get 5% and try to keep my losses at 2%. When you do swing trading, it's very hard to set your stop loss at 2% right away. You have to do it a little later. But also, because I trade options, I like to know once I get a signal from my strategy that it stays true for at least 18 days. That staying true gives me a lot of flexibility on my trade management. I can get in and get out quicker if I want to, especially if I'm doing a short. Because the market generally, over the last few years, has been in an upward trend. So doing a short in an upward trend, you would take your profits very quickly. That's what we're going to talk about today, shorting. This video is for educational purposes, and I think we can learn from each other. But I would be very wary about taking any kind of advice from anybody on the internet. Just learn from it. Let's get started. I use a tool called OmniBroker as my charting and analysis software package. It's not free, but it's not expensive either. If you know a little bit about programming, you can very well do OmniBroker. And it also has a lot of pre-programmed stuff. Anyway, you have to have a list of stocks that you trade from. This is mine. And these stocks, I know a little bit about all these companies. CVS, Chevron, Delta. And this is my stock list that I know and love. I have a simple trading strategy where if the MACD, which is this one right here, MACD, is above the zero line, I turn on the light switch for a short. And if it's below the zero line, I turn on the light switch for a buy. Right now, the light switch is turned on for a short. Then I use the RSI. The RSI goes above the 30 and comes back below the 30. That's a good time to buy. But once the RSI is above the 30, I turn on the light switch for a short. Turn on the light switch for a short. And then I look for the stochastics to be above the 80. In this case, it's not quite there at the moment, but it was over here within 4 bars. And so I've received a signal for a short. Doesn't have to be quite on 80. And this is saying short. Also, I received a short over here. That's on the 12th or 13th. Anyway, I have a signal that says go short. I run an analysis each night. It gives me a list of these. And it's saying that Albemarle is an open short on the 23rd, which was Friday. And these are some of the other ones I might look at. Now this stock is trading at $190. If you have a small account of $5,000 with a $5,000 margin, that's $10,000. To buy 100 shares, you would need $19,000, but you could buy a smaller amount, and even if it was $1,000, you could buy 5 shares of Albemarle, or sell short 5 shares of Albemarle. So this is, you can definitely play this with a small account, not risking more than about 10% of your buying power. I also have a Discord chat where I put the list of potentials, and this is the RSIs, MACDs, and stochastics. And it's under Stock Planner. It's free. And I put this listing out nearly every night. Going to FinViz, which is a free tool, we asked ourselves, what is Albemarle? And what it is a chemical company. And why we're interested in it is lithium, batteries. Long term, I think this company is a very, very good company. And this decade, you can count on Albemarle to grow in price and grow in profit. It's not doing too bad right at the moment. Look. Well, the chart pattern looks very, very good. And if you had bought the Albemarle a year ago and it was trading around the 83 to 190 that it is a great move. The target price for Albemarle is 162. Wait a minute. 190, 162. That's not good. It's shortable, optional, and it's got a hold recommendation. That's right in the middle. They use a 1 through 5. It is profitable. Nothing happened as far as the analysis in the last couple months. No upgrades or downgrades. My little spreadsheet, $10,000 account, $1,000 trade. Current price 1 year ago was 83. If you had seen that, which I can't see it and predict things moves like that, and held it for 1 year, that's pretty darn good. You would have bought 12 shares and had $2,200, $2,300. FinViz says 160. This is tip ranks at 167. You have a loss. This is last year's, and this is this year's. Looking at Omnivo Group and doing a back test using $10,000, and we're going to take a stop loss at 10%. And the reason why I do that is because I sell options, and I want to see if they get hit, because I usually sell options at around 10% below or above the trading price. I want to see if it gets hit. I'm disabling the profit target because I want to see if it stays true for 18 bars, 18 days. Running the back test, and we have that buy today, and running the back test for the year, we have 13 trades, 2 hit the max loss. So if one was long and one was short, and that's a situation you have to handle. Initial capital again, oh, that's a good profit, $1,000. The risk adjusted, which you're not always in the trade you're in and out. The risk adjusted return is 100%. Annual return is 8 or 9%. That's assuming that you have the money invested constantly. You have 9 winners, 4 losers. Average bar held is 18 bars, 17 bars. Every time you place a trade, you got $78. $78 based on this strategy. The strategy that we got a single for. So, we have a single for a short. Our strategy produces 9 wins and 4 losses, which gives us a 70% win rate. We're going to net $1,200, which gives me a risk-adjusted return of about 100%. That's great. And this is using an algorithm. Technical indicators. If you could see the future, see a run, that's your best bet, buy and hold. If you believe the analysts, you're going to lose some money. And if you use your strategy, you'll make $1,200. I like the strategy. Looking quickly at tip ranks, they have a moderate buy on it. Target price at 167, but it's trading already at 190. It's a 4. That's not very good. Insider activity sold shares. Hedge fund decreased. This is not good. Fundamentals don't look that great. Albemarle using another tool. Snowflake is not green. We're looking for a green if you're going to buy. And you're looking for a reddish if you're going to sell. This is kind of like amber in the middle. Their earnings are expected to grow. Significant insider selling over the last 3 months. And they're diluting the shares. These are similar companies here. Quick looking at the valuation. Simply Wall Street says it's overvalued by about 26%. The fair value for this stock should be about 150, and it's trading at 190. And the theory is that, especially if you do value investing, is that eventually things will right itself, and things will the investors will that are looking for undervalued stocks, other investors will buy them, and their stock prices will rise. Likewise, for stocks that are overvalued, they'll come back down in price. So I see no reason why not to go short on this at the moment. It's not, none of this stuff is telling me to buy, and my algorithms tell me to short. Well, the first thing we notice is that we have earnings in early August. We had a run up and a run down last 2 days. Last time we had a run down, then after earnings, little spike up, then it continued. Earnings up, down, and then up. We want to go down. So maybe there's a few more days left in this downward trend. Insiders are selling. Lots of insider trading. Maybe they know something we don't know. Hey, this is a guess. Anybody can guess at this stuff. The next thing we notice is that if we had taken and gotten this, we would have made some money. Likewise, if we hadn't got this downward swing, we would have gotten some money. Using our strategy where the MACD is above the 0, crossover for the stochastics, and the switch is turned on for the RSI, those conditions would have been a down, and you would have caught that one. For an upswing, MACD below the 0 line, crossover here, and the switch is on for RSI. All conditions were met. That would have got that nice upswing all the way through. Conditions are met again, and we'll see about this downswing. I'm a long-term believer in this stock. I believe it will have a little downswing, and then it'll go back and continue on its upward trend. Plotting the Fibonacci's from the last trend, and you could have took a minor trend too, but you have to ask yourself, is it going here before it hits here? 183.20. I believe in the next 18 days, it'll hit 183. So, we have to make a decision. If you have a small account with $5,000 and $5,000 margin, trading about $1,000 to $1,200, how many, if you wanted to short this stock, you had to put up some money, and it would allow you to short 5 shares of stock for $1,000 at 190. And if it gets to 180, it's $10 times 5, that's 50, a little less than 50, that's $45 for a $1,000 investment for possibly 18 days. $1,000 invested. And you're really not investing it, you're really putting it on hold, but your margin requirement is $1,000. I'd like to do this trade, but there's another way, and that's with options. And what I would like to say, that by in 18 days or sooner, this price will be below 190, somewhere in here. Let's take a look at that trade. There's a tool out there, it's free, it's called Option Strat. It's very neat. You can build all kinds of strategies. We're going to use a bear call spread, which is an option strategy saying, hey, look, as long as it stays below 190, I win. We're going to use an August 20th time frame, which is about 1 month, 18 trading days or 22 trading days. We're going to get $220 put in our bank account, in our trading account, and we got to put up $500, which is different because the other trade to short it, the stock 5 shares would cost us $1,000. This costs us $500. And if it stays below that for the 18 days, we get to keep that. Of course, you can close this out earlier, and I do a lot of times at about half this amount. So if I can win this, I will get $110. And showing the other one, using the Fibonacci projection to go to 183, we would have won about $45. 45 versus 110, and putting up less. Now this calculates, it's a nice tool that calculates the break-even point, which is very nice. And that is, as long as it stays below 192.20, 192.20, I'm going to win something. And here's the chart, and here's the days of the trade. And as long as it stays below 190 or 192, break even. After the first day in the trade, I should win $14. And then it starts going down and goes up. But if that stock drops, as I think it will in the next 4 or 5 days, and comes down to 184 or 183, I have $187. And I take my profit and go. If it goes down. Now, if it goes up after earnings on the 2nd and goes up to 200, I've lost $100. And I need to take my losses and get out. So I guess I'm risking about $100 to make around $100 and giving myself a lot of chances to do it. I'm using the free versions. If you want this chance of profit, you need to go ahead and use it. Pay a little money. This is a terrific tool. I'm starting to use it more and more. Tastyworks offers something like this for free. I'm using Interactive Broker, and I don't quite get this kind of scenario, although I can get the probability for profit. So I believe I'm going to try to do this on Monday and place a bear call spread at 190. In other words, hoping that they'll stay below 190 and I'll win some money for approximately 18 trading days. Stay below 190 after the earnings for profit. Other people say don't trade around the earnings, and I say that too. But the fundamentals don't look good in this, especially with the insider trading. Buy and hold. Look at this. This stock went bananas, and you would have got a big win had you buy and hold at 83. But I don't suspect that this year is going to be like that. In fact, the analysts are saying it's not. Past history, back testing shows that you would have netted about $1,200 in and out over 13 trades with a win rate of about 70%. We have a signal now based on the strategy. It says go down. And I'm saying I might put an option trade with a margin hold of $500. It says it will stay down below 190 for the next 18 days. Let's see what happens. What do you think of this trade? What do you think about trading around earnings? What do you think about buy and hold? Please leave your comments below. Love to hear some feedback. This channel is improving. We're getting more and more likes and subscribes. The videos are getting better. And my trading has gotten better since I put myself out there. Waiting for your criticism. Happy trading. Best of luck. Let's make some money. And remember, always do your own due diligence.